Hi, I'd like to give you a quick tour of my Sprinter. I have equipped it so it's really a great vehicle for a, uh, either a solo person or a couple who's taking trips. And among the things that I've got it outfitted for are kayaking and paddleboarding. This is a big 12-foot paddleboard, and you either use a full-size 12-foot paddleboard or a smaller 9-foot or 8-foot one. And then there is a location right below that for stowing your bicycle. And the reason I like having the bicycle and the paddleboard inside is that you don't have things hanging off the outside of the van, and you can park in any residential neighborhood and not have to worry about your bike being stolen, because the bike isn't on a bike rack outside the van, it's in the van. So it's nice to have it all in the van. The van profile is very inconspicuous, looks just like a regular white van. So inside though, of course, it's equipped for travel. This is a full-size bed. It's a memory foam bed, and it either is in these 3 stacked components for use as a couch, or it is unfolded and placed this way. And again, the memory foam is really comfortable, and it can go this way. Also, occasionally my wife and I will have a second mattress as well, which will drop in where that black carpet is. And this is a 12-volt refrigerator. Everything plugs into the van's 12-volt system. So this just plugs right into the main power supply. And this again is great. It'll remain plugged in for a whole day without depleting the van battery. It's a low demand unit. And then this over here is set up so I can put tall things in there. So there's a tent. This is a dining room table. There are leveling racks there. There are chairs in here, and there are also paddles, so hiking poles, paddle boards. So whatever kind of water sports I want to do, I have all here, and it all goes in vertically. This is the bedding over here. There's also a 12-volt electric blanket here, a sleeping bag, other components below that. It has a lot of storage. The whole van has a lot of storage and a lot of hooks as well. There are hooks all over the van that I installed so you can hang your lights and clothes and all kinds of gear there, as well as, of course, all the built-in storage that comes with the van. Then again, the bike will just go over here for travel. And even though it may not seem terribly elegant, these bungee cords are the best way to secure a bike down here. Place for hanging below that. This is a very versatile rack that the paddleboard straps go onto, and you can hang other things as well from this rack. There's also a lot of room in the overhead storage bins and also in the underneath storage bins. This is where there are 2 freshwater storage containers down here, 8 gallons each, and then there's a wastewater receptacle down there. So inside here, the coffee maker and heater and propane stove and all food and all kinds of other supplies. Also working off the 12-volt battery are a water pump, and so there's a switch back here, which, when you have this plugged into your battery, will turn on the water pump, and you can then have flowing water. I also rigged this up so it works as a shower. So when you're boondocking it, you can have your shower head there as well to clean up with outside. Also washing off gear and dirt and salt water before you go back into on your journey. Again, I've really what I don't like about most vans is they're really cluttered, and you couldn't do what I'm doing right now, walking back and forth in the main aisle, which you can do in this van. Even with a bike here and a paddleboard here, you have a lot of room in the van. I'm 6'5", I can stand upright in the van. These lights over here are motion sensor lights. So at night, for example, when you get up, stand up, and start walking around, the motion sensor lights come on. And then when you're not moving around, they're off. They also are in a system where once you lock the doors, they don't come on, so they won't come on when you, for example, get up at night to go to the bathroom. There's also a door which separates the main part of the van from this, so if you want privacy, once you've closed the van external doors, then you're not visible to the outside world. In the back, I keep a trash can and a camping toilet. So this has water that goes in the top and has a little flushing system to flush it down below, although like most people I usually just use plastic bags for that. Then it has the full-size doors on the outside here. And again, lots of hooks to hang things. There are a lot of compartments in various spots where I hang camping gear, bike helmets, and all the other things you need for a trip. I've done trips of a couple of weeks in it. It's very comfortable. And so let's look at a couple more things, then I'll drive it away. Its one issue right now is it does need engine work. It needs 2 new glow plugs. I have the glow plugs replaced, but there are 2 glow plug locations that are broken, and that needs to be fixed before it'll drive properly. It does run and drive, but it doesn't handle hills or a heavy load well until that work is done. Oh, it does have one boo-boo on the outside here, which I'll show you in a moment here. So we'll close this door, and then we'll video the outside over here to show you where that is. So outside here, there is this hole where I bumped into something, which doesn't really affect the performance. That should be repaired at some point. I also have all the receipts from the last 5 years. So it had an engine replacement with an engine that has about 64,000 miles in it. It had that a while back. It's just been registered for the coming year, but all of the receipts, a lot of work has been done to it. The suspension, emissions control, and let's see, just a quick run through here. Power steering hoses, tie rod ends, shock absorbers, struts, radiator hoses, heater hoses, power steering hoses, and there was 64,000 miles on the engine that was replaced in 2021. So all of those receipts are here. And so there's also lots of interior storage. There's a storage compartment over here. If you put in an auxiliary battery, here's one place it could go. But there's storage here and here and here, and there's just generally a ton of storage in the van. There's also a backup camera which I added. So let me know, just get a hold of me if you're interested. And if this would work for you, again, you will need somebody to do the engine work. I'm getting a new van. I'm doing that rather than dealing with those two glow plugs. But if you have someone who's handy who can do that, then that would be your answer. I'll start it up and drive away so you can see that it does in fact run and drive. Again, it'll sound pretty much normal like a regular Sprinter, but if I were to take it up a steep hill, it would slow down and falter. So that's the issue with the car mechanically. Oh, it also has a, by the way, it also has a new battery. It has a new AGM battery. I think there's still about 2 years left on that warranty. That's down here below the floorboards. Okay, off we go. Bye.